AFCON started yesterday and we were treated to the first game fast was the, what do you call it, the intro, the performances, Joshua Baraka, Davido and everybody else. And then after the performances, we were treated into the first tantalizing, interesting game between Morocco and Comoros. And first, I didn't do the pre-analysis of the game, but this is the first video for AFCON and we are doing, just going through the highlights. First, Morocco came into this game, as favorites, as the home team, and then Comoros had, constructed or put in good performances before this game, but also had fallen into, if whenever Comoros met a team that was not top cream de la cream of African football, it had a chance. It had a chance against Zimbabwe. It had a chance against Namibia. It had a chance against even, some middle-tier opponents. But then the last two games where it met the cream de la cream, it fell 3-1 against Morocco, and then it was beaten 3-0 against Mali. And now, the first group has Morocco, Zambia, Mali, and Comoros. And in this game, probably a lot of people think Morocco and Mali will proceed. So that was the expectation into the first game. We also expected Morocco to win this game, and then today evening we'll be having the second game, Zambia versus Mali, which will be very, very, very critical into deciding for this group which teams will proceed. Now, the game started as we all expected. Comoros defending, Morocco trying to score a goal for the first entirety of first half, and then I think in the 25th minute they got a penalty which Comoros keeper saved, punched on the left side, and then we continue. It was just a game pitting defense against attack. A lot of defending in the first game, in the first half. And sometimes Comoros will get a chance and then they will, but it wasn't like we were expecting Comoros to be a very, 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 very good opponent against Morocco, but they tried. In the first half it ended 0-0. Very few shots except for the penalty, very few chances created, and then the second half again started. But now you could start seeing the Morocco defenders a little bit tired. As always, as you know, if you have been defending for that long, at some point you'll start either losing concentration. And I think that was the reason why Morocco scored the first goal. It was on the left side. It wasn't supposed to be a cross even or a cut-in, but this guy got ahead of the defender and then just passed a 45, which found Briam Diaz just open with nobody tracking him back, which I will say it was just a loss of concentration in that moment. After defending for so long, then getting an attack, then taking so long, or it was, energy to come back to defend. The midfielders were not eager to defend, to track back, and that's why Morocco scored the first goal, which, as we all expected, a lot of noise, a lot of people celebrating, and at some point in the 60th minute, we had a Comoros striker having a 1-versus-1 against the keeper, and he expected to score to equalize, which neutral fans like me, we're expecting that should have been a goal, and then we equalize, and it would have made a lot of things interesting in the coming games. But he messed it, and I think that's the only chance which anybody who was watching that game would have think that was the only chance where Comoros would have scored, apart from the set pieces. And then on 74th to 75th minute, we had, which was again probably not as an open chance as you would expect to get a goal, but it was just a ball dipped inside the box, and then Al-Kabi with an acrobatic. And I think the reason why that goal went in is because nobody expected to be kicked like that, to have somebody doing a bicycle kick at that moment, and the keeper was also caught unawares. That's why Morocco got the second goal, which meant Comoros had no chance. And you could see after that goal, the game just shifted down. And for the entirety of the 15 minutes, it was just, managing the game. Morocco were not eager to score another goal. And Comoros also were not eager to continue attacking. They probably were. Their mentality was, let's just minimize so that we don't get a huge negative goal difference, which would have helped with Zambia and Mali. So in this group, Morocco are on top, then Zambia and Mali have not played, then Comoros is at the bottom. Zambia and Mali are going to play today, which I think, by the look of things, is a game which Mali is expected to win. And if Mali wins, then it will be a huge ask for either Zambia or Comoros to qualify from this group. Anyway, that was the first game for AFCON. There's a lot of games coming in, and there's also a lot of videos coming in for this season 2025 AFCON Morocco.